Yourbossjoy and welcome to my channel. So today I am wearing the same thing as the previous video because I'm trying to film all this in one day. Today's video is going to be about choosing your major, and I'm going to give you a few tips or a few things that went into the decision making of my majors, so both for bachelors and my masters. So I did my bachelor's in English honors for literature, so it was BA English honors literature from ladyshriramcollege in Delhi University, and I'm currently doing my master's in Masters of Arts in creative industries. So the first thing I want to tell you is when you're going to choose your major, do choose what you enjoy and don't think about what is going to work out or whatever. We're gonna come to that. So if you really want to do university for real, or like for now at least, then I would suggest, or I would advise you that you should actually choose something that you really enjoy or you're passionate about. Because here's the thing, because during school, maybe you were either, I don't know, living with your parents, or you were always constantly invigilated by either your parents or your family or your siblings or your teachers, and you always had that pressure or that fear of failure maybe, or that pressure to push yourself or that pressure to study. Eventually, you kind of made it. What I'm trying to say is that your motivation comes from mainly two factors. So either it's fear or pressure, or the other one is passion or interest. So the thing is, when you go to college and you're going to turn 18 and probably live alone or maybe still live with your parents, depends on your situation. But what I'm trying to say is you're going to enter adulthood. You're going to do a lot of adulting things. And the truth about adulting is that nobody's going to be there 24/7 to pressure you into doing things or to pressure you or to push you to do things anymore, to an extent. But when it comes to studying, most of the times your mom or dad is not going to be there sitting next to you to make sure you do your homework, and your professors most likely will not care about it. If you don't submit things, if you don't study, they're just going to grade you accordingly. They'll do their job and move on with it. And that's how most of the adult life is going to be. So that's why I advise you to do something that you enjoy or something that is of your interest, because of the other factor that often motivates all of us is either interest or passion. So if it's not going to come from you, then it's going to be really hard to get through it. Try to do something that you actually enjoy. Try to do something that you're actually interested in. Second tip is, what if you're just not interested in anything? What if you're just not into college, but then you have to go to college or you have to go to university because of your parents, family, society, blah blah blah? Then I would say try to take a major or choose a major. Choose a subject that you're just naturally good at. All of us have our own strengths and weaknesses. All of us are just better at some things. Maybe it's in your genes, or maybe you've just been doing it for so long so you know how the whole thing works. So I would suggest that if you don't really have any particular interest or passion for something, then you might as well do something that you're good at and get done with it. So maybe you're just naturally good at language, then choose a language subject maybe and get done with it, get your degree. At the end of the day, if you do pass, if you do what is required of you, then you do get a degree. Whether you're interested or not, and if you sort of have to do it, you don't have a choice, then just do what you're good at. The previous video that I uploaded was also on how to study, or the tips that helped me study. So I briefly talk about these 2 points in that video as well, so you can check that out. Also, I'm just including in this video again is a video that I watched by Ali Abdal, and it's called The Unfair Advantage. And even there, he talks about there are certain strengths or certain qualities, certain things that we're just good at naturally or so, and those are the things, or those are the qualities that you should bet on. It's called unfair advantage because it is your advantage. You're good at that, you can make use of that, you can put value into it. But it's unfair because not everybody is good at it, and it doesn't only have to be quality or skill. It can be means, can be connection as well. So maybe you are well connected with somebody in that industry or in that field, or maybe you already know how to do things around that because you have a family line of people studying that subject or working in that profession. So, which brings me to my last point. Maybe you just want to get done with it. So in that scene, or in that case, I would say you choose a safe choice in a way. The safe choice would be what I briefly mentioned right now, the unfair advantage that you have, not only of what you're good at or what you're naturally inclined to, but also maybe you have connections in that. Maybe your parents told you to do certain things things because they know that this subject will work for you. Oftentimes, a lot of people just choose, back in school, a lot of people chose commerce or science because they said those are the two streams that get you jobs. And if you're in humanities or arts, then it's most likely that you'll end up jobless and whatever. Well, to an extent, maybe it makes sense. Maybe those professions are required, those professions are needed. Doctors, engineers are forever gonna be, well, yeah, mostly forever gonna be needed. So you know that those kind of professions or those industries are something that you can always get into. A lot of people also choose English honors or like English literature. They feel like eventually someone is going to hire you with the skills, with this degree, because it's a global world and English is the main international language used throughout the world. So if your language skills are good, then you are going to be hired somewhere or the other somewhere. So that is also a kind of a safe choice. A lot of people get into business. A lot of people do MBA or BBA or whatever, thinking business is business. It's gonna be there throughout our whole life. So it's a safe choice. It's the choice for me. The other safe choice is to choose your majors accordingly to what's already been going on for you or has been established for you. So maybe you want to go further study business because you already have a family business going on for you, or you know that you're eventually going to take over the family business or whatever other business projects you're going to take over eventually in the future. Or maybe you already have connections or contacts in a certain industry, in a certain field, because of school you went to, or because of your friends, or because of the family. You already know who works there, so how to get in there, you just know the whole thing that goes behind it. And therefore, that factor can also play a part while choosing your major. So all these factors kind of played a part when it came to me choosing my stream in class 11 and 12 in high school, and me choosing my major for my bachelor's as well as my master's degree. So in school, I knew I was more naturally inclined to learning language and social sciences and the humanities subjects more than the other quantitative subjects like maths and science or doing sport. So yeah, so eventually I ended up choosing the humanities stream, and I've been lucky in that department too because both my parents are also humanities background, so they didn't believe in the whole like you will be jobless forever if you choose the arts. Right. So, and then eventually within the humanities, I saw that I enjoyed literature the most. That eventually made me decide to take English literature in college. And eventually, as I was studying literature for 3 years for my bachelor's, I realized that even within literature, I really enjoy learning about the cultural aspects of it more than certain styles and prose and all that thing that went into the text. So that made me realize I want to learn more about culture or cultural studies, and also dive deep into the creative industries for my master's. So for my master's, I got even more and more clarity. I said I don't want to study master's unless it's this one course. So for my master's, I applied to only one university and only for one course. And I said if I get it, great. I'm still interested in it. I'm still up for continuing academics, and if I don't get it, it's fine. I'm gonna do something else. I'm not gonna go ahead and study just for the sake of studying, just for the sake of masters anymore at that time, because I didn't want to do anything else. So yes, so those were the few factors that went into the decision making when it came to choosing the subjects for my high school, for my college, bachelor's level, and also for my master's level. I hope this video helped you in some way, and let me know what other kind of videos or what other questions you have, and if I can help you in some way or the other. And be sure to subscribe to me because I am thinking of making more videos on academics related and just things related to adulting and how I have survived so far, and apart from the vlogs that will hopefully catch up to. So yes, good luck everyone who's choosing their major, and I'll see you next video. Bye bye.